Hello student. Hello. Good afternoon. So, very good afternoon beta. Very good afternoon. Very good afternoon Suman, Himshika, Swati. Very good afternoon. So, how are you all? Yes. How are you all? Have you all taken lunch? I am also good beta. Thank you for asking. So yes, what we have learnt in the previous classes. Yes student, what we have learnt in the previous classes? What you have learnt? Anything which comes up in your mind, which you know? Yes. So yes, we are studying about force, alright, and its different properties, okay. Now, tell me what are those properties? Yes. About what those properties, student? Okay, you have studied about different properties of forces, like how forces interact with each other. Yes. And if we want forces, then we require two objects, at least two objects, alright. Yes, then we have studied about state of motion. Alright, Praful, Suman, Dipali, Himshika, Swati, Sneha, Bitu, all are right, and Ashish, you too. Yes. Now student, do you think so that it is easy that if that without holding your hand or without applying any force you can hold a bucket? Yes. Do you think so that you can hold the bucket without holding that? Yes. Do you think so that like this? If this child is not holding his hand to this bucket, then is it possible to hold this bucket, to carry this bucket? Yes? No? Yes, you are right. So, what's the requirement for the to hold the bucket? Yes? Hand, okay, fine. Energy, alright. And more? Yes, okay, fine. Now students, if we will, have you ever played pen fight? Yes. Suppose this is a pen. Have you ever played with a pen fight? Yes. How you are playing, right? How you are playing? Yes, Suman. You push. Oh, just do. Yes, show the other students that how you play pen fight. Yes, please. Okay. You take both the friends' pen. They push the pen with their finger and try to get the opponent's pen to fall, right? Yes, like this. Hey, okay, fine. Yes, right. So, what they do when they have to keep a book from one place to another. Suppose if I want to keep this ball from one place to, from this place to this place, then what we need to do, or what you need to do if you have to move your notebook from one place to another place. Yes, student. Then you have to lift it up and keep it in another place. Okay, like this. Okay, Suman, good. Yes, Sveta, Swati, Sneha. Okay, you have to keep this book to this, yes, to that place with the help of hand, right? Good. Okay. So student, while performing these activities, do you feel any kind of contact with the object? Yes. When I've asked you that can you hold the bucket without holding your hand, at that time are doing any kind of contact with any objects, right? No? Yes, no. Now, when you are doing pen fight, or when you are keeping this ball from one place to another, or when you are keeping one notebook to another, from notebook to one place to another place, that time will you feel that there must be some contact, any kind of contact with the object? Yes? Okay, yes. So that is our topic. Today's our topic is about contact forces. Okay, student, we are going to study about contact forces, and now you only will explain me that what is the contact forces. Yes, come on. Okay, contact force is a force which we do with the help of the hand. Okay, fine. Yes. Next. Yes, Ramesh, Sandeep. With the help of the hand we do contact forces. Okay, fine. Yes, Neha. With the help of the hand. Alright. More. Yes. Okay, nice. So student, contact force is a force used to describe a push pull interaction that occurs when an object comes into contact with another object. Like if I want this pen to move this place to this place, I need to move my hand. I need to do contact with this object, right? Without touching this object, I will not be able to move this pen with this place to this place. I need to contact. So contact force is the force used to describe a push or pull interaction that occurs when an object comes into contact with another object. Without contact we cannot move. Without contact we cannot hold the bucket. Alright, so this is known as contact forces. Now this is the pen fight. Now student, look around yourself and mention the situation where you can see the use of contact force. Yes, you have to look around yourself and find out the situation where you can see the use of contact force. Okay, while taking pen, alright. While writing the pen in your notebook, alright, yes, good. While rubbing the eraser, okay, good. Yes. And where you more can you are seeing the use of contact forces? Come on, come up. All right. Yes. Okay, fine. Now, a force that acts where two objects touch is contact force, non-contact force. Yes, a force that acts where two objects touch is contact force, non-contact force. Yes, come on, quickly respond, student. Bittu, Sneha and Akanksha left. Why Suman, non-contact force? Do you have any doubt? No? Okay, by mistake. Okay, fine. Sneha and Sameer left. Quickly respond. So yes, a force that acts where two objects touch is contact force, right? Whenever there is a touch, that means there must be a contact force. Yes or no, student? Yes? Okay, fine. Now student, you have to do one activity. You have to push a book or lift a book lying on a table without touching it. Will you be able to do it? Just try it. Yes. Even I will also try. Okay? Yes. Yes, see. This is the book. Copy. Yes. And I need to push a book or lift a book which lying in a table. Suppose this is table. Okay? Yes. Without touching it, how is it possible? Is it possible to push or lift a book? Yes or no? No? Yes. They will, yes, you have to touch the book in order to lift it or push it, right? Yes. So in the same way, can you touch, can you lift a bucket of water without holding it? Yes or no? No, they cannot. Yes, you cannot, right? Yes. So in applying force, while doing these activities, they have to come in contact with an object. True? Yes or no? While pushing or lifting the books, while holding the bucket, or while carrying this bottle, or while playing this ball, we need to touch or not. There must be come in contact with that object. Yes or no, student? Yes. Okay, good. Now, when they lifted a bucket of water, from where was this force coming? If I want to lift this bottle, then from where I will get the force? From where I will get the energy? Yes. From where was this force coming, student? From hand. Okay. And yes, and from hand, where we are getting force, where we are getting energy, student? With the help of our muscles. Yes, good, Dipali. Yes. So with the help of the muscle, we were able to lift the bucket, or we are able to lift the book. Good. Good, Swati, Suman, Praful, Sneha, Anjali, Sandeep. Good. Now, if this, I'm going to talk about muscular force, right? So please come up and tell me that what is muscular force. Yes. Yes, student, what is muscular force? Yes, what is muscular force, student? Yes, that force which comes from the hand. Okay, fine. The force which helps us to be in contact with the other objects. All right. Yes. And the other part. Yes. Muscular force comes from the hand, which helps us to contact. Okay, good. Sonam Bharti, you have written chat box. Very good. So yes, the force resulting due to the action of muscles is known as muscular force. The action of muscles, the force acting from the actions of muscles is known as, suppose if I lift this bottle, then this muscles will help, right? Due to the action of muscles is known as muscular force. Since muscular force can be applied only when it is in contact with an object, right? Without contact, no muscular force is there. If I will not touch my muscles or my hand with the object, then I will not be able to hold, then I will not be able to lift or push or do or can't, I will not be able to do in fact anything which involves contacting force, right? So the force resulting due to the action of muscles is known as muscular force. Since muscular force can be applied only when it is in contact with an object, it is called a contact force. It is called a contact force. Okay. Now, in the process of digestion, the food gets pushed through the alimentary canal. Could it be a muscular force? Does muscular force that does it? Yes or no, student? In the process of digestion, the food gets pushed through the alimentary canal. Could it be a muscular force that does it? Yes or no? Yes, student. Could it be a muscular force that does it or not? Okay. Since muscular force that can be applied only when it is in contact with an object, it is called a contact force, right? That's right. So yes, so when the process of digestion occur, then Okay. Yes, good. Alright, student. Great. Yes, good. Now, muscular force are also known as contact force, non-contact force, both, none. Yes. Muscular force are also known as contact force, non-contact force, both. Oh, I'm so sorry if I mistakenly I have written this spelling. I'm sorry. So, muscular force also known as contact force, non-contact force, both, none. Yes. Come on. Contact force. Yes. Only Bittu and Samir left. Contact force. Okay. Good. Good. Now, student, what happens when you are cycling and after some time you stop pedaling? Yes. What happened then? Yes, student. What happens when you do cycling and after some time you do stop pedaling? Yes, student. First of all, tell me, when you ride a bicycle, then what's happening? Cycle was moving. All right. And when you stop pedaling the bicycle, then yes. Then the bicycle stops moving. Yes. Okay. Good. Now, what happens when the engine of a bike or scooter is switched off? Have you ever seen that? That while you're driving, enjoying, and suddenly sometimes that car or that scooter suddenly stops or switched off. Why? Why the engine of a bike or scooter is switched off? What's the reason? What happens when the engine of a bike or scooter is switched off, student? That the bike and the scooter will stop moving, right? Yes, good. So if during this they had applied any kind of muscular force on it, yes. So to stop the scooter or bike, do you have to apply any kind of contact force or muscular force on it, student? Yes. Come on. Yes or no, student? Yes. No, right? Yes. Why do you think so? That why we are not applying any contact force or muscular force in that? Because you don't need it, because that card is automatically switched off. Okay, Suman, good. Yes. Now, please observe one activity which I am doing here. Okay. Yes. See. Now, this is the ball. Okay. And if I will push the ball, right? So see, like this. If I push the ball, right? And again if I will push the ball like this, then what has happened, student? Yes. Yes. Come on. What has happened then? When the ball was initially, yes, Suman? When I pushed the ball initially, that time it was moving with a certain speed. Okay, great. Then after some time, yes, Sandeep, gradually the speed of the ball slowed down and the ball stopped moving, right? Yes, that's good observation, student. So what happened when I push the ball? Its speed increases, scratch, and then after some time its speed gradually decreases. and if I will to again push the ball, then again the repetition of the same thing will happen, right? Yes. So if they have observed, student, that muscular force being applied on the object, yes, when I have pushed the ball, then what kind of object, then what kind of force applied in my hand? Yes, in this ball, yes, muscular force, right? Yes, so that is muscular force being applied on the object. Yes, yes, that is right, that when I have applied the when I push the ball, that time my hand applied the muscular force. But do you think so that any kind of muscular force is being applied on the object? Do you think so that in this ball there is any kind of muscular force applied? Yes, don't confuse, okay student? I'm not talking about my hand, about any force of my hand. I'm talking about only of this ball, right? That in this ball, do you think so that any kind of muscular force has applied or not? Yes? No? Yes. So, if they think so, yes student, if you all think so that some kind of object of some kind of force acted on the object from the floor, yes, see again, when I have pushed this ball to the floor, then do you think so that any kind of force applied on the floor, applied by the floor to the ball? Yes. Do you think so? Yes. Okay, yes. So now I am going to talk about friction, right? Yes. So the force responsible for changing the state of motion of objects in all these examples is the force of friction. I have already taught you about friction. So the force is responsible for changing the state of motion of objects in all these examples is the force of friction. It is the force of friction between the surface of the ball and the ground that brings the moving ball to rest. Okay? Because of the frictional force between the surface of the ball and the ground that brings the moving ball to rest. The force of friction always acts on all the moving objects and its direction is always opposite to the direction of motion. I have already taught you about friction, that in the friction, the force of friction always acts on all the moving objects and its direction is always opposite to the direction of motion. Since the force of friction arises due to contact between surfaces, it is also known as it is also an example of a contact force, right? Why it is also known as a contact force, student? Because since the force of friction arises due to contact between surfaces, it is also known as it is also an example of a contact force, right? Yes. Now, why does the boat stop when you stop rowing? Yes. What's the reason why does the boat stop when you stop rowing? Yes. Quickly respond, student. Yes, I want answer from Akansha. Yes, Akansha, please be active in the class and please respond. Okay, good. Now, friction always opposes the motion, helps the motion, both A and B, none of these. Yes, friction always opposes the motion, helps the motion, both A and B, and none of these. Yes, student. Opposes the motion. Quickly responded. Very nice. Now, let's end our classes. We have learnt about contact force and its types, then action of muscular forces, then action of friction on objects with help of using separate example. Then we have defined the differences between muscular force and frictional forces. It's your homework. In the following situation, you have to identify the agent exerting the force and the object on which it acts. State the effect of the force in each case. Squeezing a piece of lemon between the fingers to extract its juice. Taking out paste from a toothpaste tube. A load suspended from a spring while its other end is on a hook fixed to a wall. An athlete making a high jump to clear the bar at a certain height. And second is a blacksmith hammers a hot piece of iron while making a tool. How does the force due to hammering affect the piece of iron? This is your activity. You have to push a heavy box or any heavy object. Observe the action of muscular force and friction force on the object along with the direction and write your observation. Okay, have a very wonderful day, student. We will meet in the next class. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Bye student.